Hi folks, HR Funk here. I am in the shop cleaning my Ruger Bisley Blackhawk 44 Special. This is a limited edition revolver that was available from Lipsy's a couple of years ago. There's a full review on it if you are interested in it. And I had it out at the range yesterday. While I was there, I shot a nice 3-inch group at 25 yards. This was standing unsupported with just plain old Winchester 246 grain lead round nose ammunition. So I was pretty happy with the performance, but now of course it's time to clean it. And while I was working on cleaning the revolver, by the way, this video is not really about the Bisley Blackhawk. As I said, there's a full review on this revolver if you want to know more about it. But I was thinking about something which always is dangerous. And this comes about as a result of some things that have happened over the last couple of days with Liberty Safe and one thing and another, and also a conversation that I was having in the comment section of one of my videos earlier this morning with a viewer. And he was commenting on the video that I had produced about the Springfield Armory Hellcat recently. And this particular viewer made a comment, or maybe I should say echoed a comment that I have heard made by many, many others over the years. And that was that, he was so upset with Springfield Armory over the situation from back in 2019 that he never would support buying any of their firearms, etc., etc., etc. And again, I've heard this a lot. There have been numerous things that have happened over the years. There are some people that are still upset with Bill Ruger over opinions they espoused back in the 1980s and have vowed never to purchase a Ruger firearm, etc., etc. We saw this with Smith & Wesson in the 1990s. Rock River Arms was in on that business with Springfield Armory. And of course now we have the Liberty Safe thing. And I'm not really commenting on the Liberty Safe situation or really any of these other ones as far as what these companies did or why they did it or whether or not they should have or shouldn't have or anything else. But the thing that I've been thinking about is the reaction of the Second Amendment community whenever something like this happens, and it's virtually always the same. There's some story that breaks, and then there's this rush to get the pitchforks and the torches and all of that kind of thing, and people that are coming on YouTube. And I got to tell you, with the YouTube videos, I am not talking about any individual. I'm not directing this statement at anyone on YouTube, but I suspect there are some people who make YouTube videos as soon as they get information about one of these type of situations, and they are almost gleeful that there is something that has captured the attention of the shooting public, and everybody is going to watch every video they can to try to find out what's going on and how upset they should be and everything else. So people make these videos knowing they're going to get a lot of views and then hopefully make a lot of money. By the way, this video is not an effort to do that. That's why I'm not even putting a lot into the production. I'm actually cleaning my revolver while I'm talking. But the thing that strikes me whenever this happens is the willingness of the Second Amendment community to eat our own. And it doesn't matter if it's a business, if it's an individual, sometimes if it's a organization that previously has been something that we've supported that all of a sudden takes a stance or says something or takes an action or whatever that people disagree with, and all of a sudden the call is to boycott this product or products from this entity or boycott this individual or boycott this organization or whatever. And essentially when people say that, what they're talking about is putting these companies out of business, because obviously if they don't sell products, they're not going to remain profitable for very long and they're going to cease to exist. So maybe something that should be considered whenever these stories break is whether or not, as firearms owners, as shooters, as Second Amendment supporters, we are better off without that entity, that individual, that organization, or not. Do you really think that as Second Amendment supporters, we're better off without Springfield Armory? Are we better off without Smith & Wesson? Are we better off without Liberty Safe? Are we better off without the NRA? And make no mistakes, I've not been crazy about some of the things that the NRA has done over the years, but are we better off without him? Or are we better off to express our dissatisfaction and try to change the opinions and the policies and actions of these entities to come more in line with what we expect from them? Usually what has happened in these situations, and we can see this with Smith & Wesson, we can see it with Springfield Armory, once the entities find out that they have so dissatisfied their supporters, they take steps to try to make amends. And Liberty Safe has done that apparently within the last day or so by allowing anyone who's purchased their safes the ability to have the codes changed so that no longer Liberty Safe or anyone else has a master code to be able to enter those safes. And that's typically what we see. The companies figure out, uh-oh, we made a mistake, and they try to do something to make it up to their consumers. So maybe what I'm saying here is, before we break out the pitchforks and torches and call for something to be run out of existence, we should consider whether or not we're better off without that entity, or if maybe we just need to try to get them to change their ways. In any case, that's my thoughts for today. I'm going to finish cleaning my revolver. Until next time, good shooting. Bye-bye.